The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 21st-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Yellow Jackets will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge. They're dogs.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Georgia comes quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. Now, the offense is in an interesting situation.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Sanders. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Sayout. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Sanders. Makes the grab on the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He got it. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great team...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
This quarterback part of their running game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This is a designed run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39, and it'll be 4th down. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Moffitt. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moffitt.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Caught in the backfield, it's Temple. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for the offense. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown Bulldogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Sanders. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On fourth down, looking to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Dogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Back to pass, it's Sanders. Bringing the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got a wide open receiver.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
6 remain. 6 remain. Here we go. Here we go. Music note. Music note.
They'll go right back to him. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Lions on the move. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throwing right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Got it in the middle. It's Temple. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Georgia going up tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Moffitt. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph than a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Grab behind the line. It's Temple. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Temple. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw at Sanders. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here's the handoff.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Paging George P. Burdell. Paging George P. Burdell.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And this offense has got it all right. It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Getting work done on the ground, he's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he could block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the 1st down.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got a man. It's Moffitt. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
That's reeled in. It's Moffitt. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw again. Under fire. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was 4th down, and they'll give up the ball. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Yellow Jackets enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. They'll move the tight end. They feed him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming.
Fourth down coming up.
The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. And so the Rambling Wreck make it all the way to the finish line as Georgia Tech takes this edition of Clean Old-Fashioned Hate. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.